Hi everybody, this is your girl Monique. Thank you and welcome to my channel. I'm coming to you today with a story time about prom. And since this is around prom season, I thought this would be a great story time to tell you about what happened to me on my prom. So let's get right into it. So let's just start off with saying that I had a very newsy mom. And if you had a great newsy mom, then don't forget to give this a thumbs up. And this is how it happened. So I had a childhood sweetheart and I absolutely adored him. I thought every time I was around him, it was like he was a superstar. I would get the stuttering, I would get the sweating. I was so nervous around him. I could not even look him in the eyes. You know, I really had that girly crush on him. I really adored him. And so it was a no-brainer who I wanted to take with me to my prom. And when it was time to ask him, he said he would not be able to go because at the time he was going to college and he just couldn't afford it. So I wound up taking my childhood friend that I grew up with, because I wasn't dating in high school and stuff. Wasn't no guys dating no fat girls, okay? So, okay, you're offended by fat girl. Okay, plus size girls back then. And my childhood friend, his father and my father were best friends. His grandmom and my mom were best friends. So it was like a no-brainer. We grew up together, and so it was decided amongst the family that he would be the safe way to go. And he was going to rent a car, and we were going to go to an under 21 club. Now, side note is that my mom had a long, strict set of rules about prom and prom time and what I could and could not do. And one of the main things was staying after midnight, which I had to get the help of my aunts to convince her to at least let me stay out to like at least 1, maybe 2. She was a definite no of any kind of overnight trips or sleepovers, that I had to come straight home. And she said I could go to the Great Adventures trip, but I had to be home. And that worked out great because my prom date was renting a car. I didn't have to worry about getting up super early. We was going to drive down there to meet them at the Great Adventures. And so me and my BFF, we had decided we would go together as a double date. Her date, my date, to the under 21 club in Center City, and then also to the Great Adventures trip. So the plan was for her to bring her clothes with me because my mom would allow her to spend the night. So that's what she did. Let's fast forward to 2 days before the prom. My date, my childhood friend, is on his way down Center City, and he winds up getting arrested. Yeah, you heard me, arrested 2 days before prom. Unbeknownst to me, I had no idea this was happening. And coming to find out, he was in a stolen car, not realizing that it was a stolen car, and they got pulled over by the cops. Everybody ran except for him because he did not know it was a stolen car. So my mom, like I said, was super duper newsy, and I do remember her going through my book bag looking for my phone book. And I thought nothing of it because I was a good girl. I had nothing to hide. And whatever, she's going through stuff. You know, parents do that. And I thought no more of it. And okay, let's fast forward to the prom day. So I'm getting myself ready. And at that time, back then, I had to have my dress made because they didn't have plus size dresses on the rack for plus size girls. You understand? Not unless you wanted some old woman's dress. So I had to have my dress made, and I had my hair done, of course, and I had a makeup artist done, and my mom did it big like all parents do, with having food and family and friends all over to send you off the right way. So as I'm descending the steps and I'm making my way to where my date is, I hear a whole bunch of oohing and ahhing, and I'm just thinking, oh, we're going to look so great. And when you go down the steps in my mother's house, you either go straight and you'll reach the door, or you'll turn right, and then you're walking into the dining room. So there is like a wall there, so you can't see into the dining room. So as I turn into the dining room, look and behold who's standing there but my childhood sweetheart. And I wish I could upload the pic. Well, I can't find most of the picture. I wish I can show you my reaction to seeing him, because first of all, he was the person that I wanted to go to the prom with anyway. And then I told you that every time I was around him, I felt like a little giddy schoolgirl. I could not stop cheesing. I could not stop stuttering. I could not even look that man in his eyes. I was just, the thoughts of where the other date was or what happened with him, that never even crossed my mind. I was just so ecstatic that I was going to the prom with the person that I really wanted to go to the prom with all along. It was like one of those surreal moments. I was just so happy. That's the only word I can describe it. So get to the prom, and I'm still like now the shock is wearing off. Like now those questions that should be coming in my head, like, how did you get here? What happened? I mean, I thought you couldn't make it. You know, those are the things that was coming in my head, but I couldn't voice it because I'm just so happy that the person that I really wanted to go to prom with was there. So let me tell you what happened. And it kind of is kind of like if it didn't work out, I would be scarred for life kind of things. But by my mom going into my phone book and her knowing who I really wanted to go to prom with, she reached out to him and kind of like begged him, like, listen, this is what's happening, and I don't want my daughter to be disappointed. And if I pay for your tux, are you willing to come? And he said yes. That he did not want me to be disappointed either, and that was the only reason why he wasn't going to be making it to prom, and that he would love to come. And that is the reason why he was there for prom, because of my mom. But you understand what I'm saying? Had it went wrong, like, what if she would have reached out to him and I hated his guts or something like that? But it just so happened that it was a great and an amazing time. And those are one of those things that I regret that I did not get a chance to really thank my mom for, because it was the best night of my teenagery life, being with someone that I adored, and him feeling like a princess and dressed like a princess. And you know, even though that clock chimed midnight, it was a night that I would never forget. So I hope that you like this story time about my prom. Won't you leave some comments down below about your prom? How was your prom? How did your date look? Did everything go smooth sailing, or was some hiccups in the road? I would love to know. I appreciate you watching. If you like this video, don't hesitate to go ahead and send that positivity by giving me a thumbs up. And if you're inclined, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join my family, because y'all all guys are family to me. I think I told you a good story, so I think I haven't done this in a while because I keep forgetting, but give me a high five. Bye, guys.